Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to a brand new video, and today is my first video on Modern Warfare since the game's actually come out. I was playing the game a bit last night. I mean, it literally took 2 hours for the servers to actually go live after launch, so I only really played it at 4 AM, but I've been playing it a little bit more today, and I've discovered what I believe to be the best early level class for leveling up, and the best SMG class setup as well. I mean, this thing just tears through opponents, and I'm going to show you guys my basic class setup and how to set it up yourself. Just before we do get into that though, I will be making more Modern Warfare videos, I mean pretty much every day, so if you are new around here, make sure to drop a sub and stay tuned for that. I'm probably going to be covering ARs, LMGs, just pretty much everything in this game. So guys, this is the class setup, and once I get into actual gameplay I'll explain the sort of choices behind it. But on our P90 we've got the flash guard, which I put on as soon as I got it. The laser really isn't too important at all. The optic sight, I mean, I was using the mini reflex, I'm using the Viper reflex now. Again, it doesn't make a huge difference at all. The perk I'm using is frangible wounding, and I'll get into why this is such an important perk to use in a bit. I feel like this is one of the best perks that I've seen so far. Once again, this is still very early game and can be very useful. And underbarrel, again, I'm using the grip tape. It doesn't make a huge difference whatsoever, but of course we are putting it in there. As you can see, accuracy and control goes up a little bit. In terms of perks, I mean, secondary weapon doesn't matter at all. You're never really going to use it. Perks, the first perk we're using is double time, double the duration of tactical sprint, and increase crouch movement speed by 30. Of course, you could go overkill, take a second primary, and I'll get into why you'd need to do that in a bit. But that is a good perk for me. I haven't really unlocked any better perks for the perk 2 slot, so hardline is pretty good, especially if you rely on kill streaks a lot or like calling in kill streaks a lot. And a third perk, amped faster weapon swap, is really nice. I mean, it's not hugely noticeable, especially because you won't really be swapping weapons a lot at all, but I mean, it gets a job done. It's probably better than field upgrade charging, because I don't use field upgrades a lot, and for the field upgrades I use the munitions box, just because I do find myself running out of ammo with the P90 a bit. But anyway, let's get into gameplay. So the main thing with the P90 class is the rate of fire. You'll notice this as soon as you start using it, is that the fire rate on the P90 is really high in comparison to a lot of other guns in the game, and that means that when you get into those one-on-one gunfights, the chances are you're going to be able to put more bullets into them in a quicker amount of time, which means you're going to be able to pick up a win in the gunfight. And that is what I noticed with the P90, and for an SMG it does fire pretty quick in comparison. Another thing I really did like about the P90, and whilst I was using it, is the range on it really isn't too bad. You'll see in this gameplay I managed to pick up 1 or 2 sort of longer distance kills, and it really kind of did surprise me, as normally with SMGs it's not really something you could go on to doing. But yeah, the P90 was pretty good at long distance, and obviously close range it's much more deadly. That fire rate really does come into effect. So in terms of the weapon perks and stuff like that, the weapon perk of frangible wounding is massive. So the description is: bullets cause target healing to be briefly delayed, right? And something I've noticed a lot in this game is you'll shoot someone and they'll run around the corner to heal, right? But with the frangible wounding it will take them a bit longer to heal, so whilst they're really low HP you can charge them around the corner and pick up the kill while they're still healing up, right? And chances are, if you didn't have frangible wounding on, by the time you've got there they probably would have healed up, obviously depending on when you get there. As I was saying, secondary doesn't really matter, right? But if you don't really feel the need to have double time, you can put on overkill. And why I'd recommend potentially using overkill is you can put an AR on as a secondary, so maybe an even longer range where the SMG just simply isn't usable whatsoever. You can put on an AR as your secondary, something like the M4, where it's just a bit more stable at long range. You can even put on a sniper. I will be getting into sniping at another video presumably, but you can even just put on something that maybe if you find yourself in a position where you're shooting someone maybe across the map, or from one side of the B flag to another side of the B flag, you can pull out that AR as a secondary just to have a reliably accurate weapon at long range. Perk 3, amped faster weapon swap. It would be more useful if you had the overkill on, but realistically I'm only really using it because I don't really have any perk 3s that sound particularly appealing that I've got unlocked at the moment. And this is an early class loadout, right? So we're not going to have anything crazy, we're not going to have any big unlocks. This is just an early class one, and this is a loadout that I think specifically in modes like domination and hardpoint, or headquarters rather, where you know your close range, particularly on domination, if you've got 2 flags and you're maybe hanging hanging around the flag they have, catching them as they run out of their spawn, or on headquarters, you're defending the headquarters, there's a lot of people charging in close to you. This is where the P90 excels, that fast fire rate, ripping into people as soon as they come close to you. It's a very, very deadly weapon at close range, and is why I seem to get along with it well. But guys, that is just about it for this video. If you did enjoy, then please do remember to leave a like and let me know your thoughts down below, along with any other weapons you'd like me to cover, or like an AR or something like that, that you'd like me to cover in perhaps a video like the best AR loadout and stuff. Thank you guys very much for watching, leave a like, and peace.